I know a lot of people probably don't understand like why I'm constantly here at the garden and like capturing different flowers and stuff because it's like outside of what I usually talk about. But like, when I'm trying to explain to people that I was inside my apartment for like 6 years straight without seeing anything outside, I know how life-changing it is to like see shit like this. Like when I was talking to the guy that I mentioned in my last video the other day, they just put these cinder blocks. I don't know what they're doing. But when I was talking to the guy that I mentioned in my last video, we were talking about how like, I was like, as I have for years, I was like, it's as close to solitary confinement as I've ever lived. And he was like, yeah. Like, and it was like, I've always hesitated to kind of like say that, but it is the closest thing that makes sense of the level of isolation that I and many others who are house and bed bound have been living. And obviously I would never say that it's an exact comparison because that's ridiculous. But the fact is like, there is no way that I can explain the level of isolation and like profound level of ethical loneliness that I had lived. And it's like, when I was talking to folks the other day at the grieving circle that I also mentioned in the last video, one of the people who I'd seen a few times at the encampment described the experience there when the encampment was still up, like this anticipated knowing that it would end. And then knowing that it would disappear and people, both inside and outside of it, would have a different relationship with feeling like it did never exist. Like as if it was just never there. And the mainstream media narrative is obviously that it was an inconvenience and we are people that were not. And that's kind of the feeling that I have, like talking to people that have not experienced the level of profound isolation that I had. Because like, it's incomprehensible to people that have not lived that. And the thing is I know there are so many disabled people who are house and bedbound to this day. So it's like so important to me that I'm sharing the beauty of what's here with them. Because like I know what it's like to not be able to leave. And I know what it's like to be so exhausted by sitting up that you have to lay down. And I know what it's like to have enormous sensory overstimulation that you are miserable with and you can do nothing about and people don't understand. And regardless of intention, they are gaslighting you out of your normal senses, and whether that is MCAS, aggravated, or anything else. And so whenever I'm posting anything beautiful, I'm doing it because I want them to know. I want them to know how beautiful the world is. And that they deserve to see it. And I know that a lot of content creators who are more corporate, like they do it because they're just trying to get their clicks and views and get their lifestyle content bullshit out. And that can be, regardless of intention, that can be like, a version of that too. But yeah, there's something necessary about being reminded of how beautiful the world is when you're trapped inside and you can't leave and no one even acknowledges it. And I refuse to forget. I refuse to forget, and I refuse to pretend as if there aren't people who still cannot leave, and they may never be able to leave. And so anytime I post something beautiful, I am doing it for you. Because I want you to know. I want you to see. And I know that it's not as visceral as it could be if you were able to be here, but I want you to know. I want you to see